I spy, I spy for the FBI. Wanted dead or alive, war criminal, criminazzi, 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 oil, oil. Give me oil. Alcohol, alcohol. Prohibition, 1920, car run on alcohol. Not run on petrol, run on alcohol. Prohibition, 1920, learn your history. Learn your history. Fuck you, fuck me. Fuck me, fuck you. Yeah? So anyway, right. Some wanker sent me this email, right? Would you be scared by this? A lot of people would be scared by this, right? It was sent to me by me. It was sent on my email address. And by the way, if you hear any strange noises, right? This monster on the bed. What are you doing? What are you up to? What are you up to? What are you up to? Would you like to have a treat? Right? Look, treats, yeah? Wait, have that. And calm the fuck down. Right? That little monster is probably having a time of the month at the moment. So he's going absolutely berserk. Yes. Yeah, whatever. Right, okay. Probably something like that. Anyway, I don't know a lot about these things, or maybe I do know a lot about these things. Yeah. Anyway, they don't have times of the month, dogs. They have times of every 6 months. And I think my dog might be having a time of every 6 months at the moment. She's trying to bite her leg now. She's trying to bite her own leg. She's going ang, 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 on her own leg. So basically, my bitch, as we call them in the industry, my bitch is being a real bitch at the moment. And she wants loads of attention, don't you? And because you want to be mated with a doggy, and it can't happen, I'm afraid. I'm sorry, because we don't do that. Because you're a rescue dog, and we don't do that. So anyway, so now some of you are going to tell me and troll me and say, "Oh, you should get a spade." But anyway, I don't believe in doing that because it's a medical procedure which is unrequired. It's an unrequired medical procedure, which actually I wouldn't like my bollocks cut off because I'm quite attached to them, you know. So yeah, I kind of think that nature has a right to itself unmolested. Like, you know, I have a foreskin. My dog is not spayed unless she needs it. If she gets cancer or if she gets some sort of pyometria or something. So anyway, I discussed this with my neighbour, whose dog is also not spayed, and she said, "Yeah, it's kind of a awkward one, isn't it? It's like, do you, don't you do it, don't you do it?" And I said, "Well, you know." Anyway, hey. So you know that story. That isn't why I came here. I came here to talk about this fucking arsehole over here in this email. Right, hang on a second. I'm just going to do some snuff. Yeah, so as you say, we always do a bit of snuff on camera. And oh God, a bit of snuff. Do a little bit of snuff, get that going. So I'm now going to sneeze in a minute. Great. Anyway, so this guy contacts me and he says, as me, sends an email as me, and he says, and I'm not going to give you the email address because it's one of my, what I know. See, the guy doesn't even know that this is a trasher, right? It's not a real email address. This is a throwaway email address I only use for trash purposes, yeah? So he writes to me as me, on a trasher email address, and he says, "Hey, you email address," which is me. He says, "You're hacked. Yeah, I own you. You're hacked. Yeah, my nickname on the darknet. Darknet. This probably doesn't even know how to get onto the darknet. Yeah, he says is Archimbaud21, which is spelled ARCHAIMBAUD 21. I hacked this email box more than 6 months ago. Though I infected your operating system with a virus, a Trojan created by me, I've been monitoring you for a long time. So even though your password from deleted, because I'm not going to give you that email address, is," and he tells me the password, and he's right. That is the password. Wow, great. Wow. Ninja skills? No. Mutant skills. Moron skills, right? Okay, so anyway, Even though you changed the password after that, it does not matter. My virus intercepted all of your caching data on your computer and automatically saved access for me. Well, that's gibberish, because that actually makes no sense whatsoever. You know, that's not talking computer language there, right? So this guy's talking gibberish. I was most struck by the intimate content sites that you occasionally visit. You have a very wild imagination, I tell you. Really? I do have a wild imagination. Come on, this is Matt Williams' fucking rant channel. Right? Is this guy a fucking genius or something? Right? Has he actually looked at my fucking YouTube videos and heard my foul language and heard my active fucking imagination.com? Yeah? Has he? So he's worked this out, is he? By hacking me. Fucking hell. Right, okay. So, right, okay. During your pastimes and entertainments there, I took screenshots of you through your camera. This one. You mean the one that's normally like that? The one that's normally like that, so it cannot be used to take photos of me, right? Because it's secured, yeah? And I sweep my fucking house for bugs and shit, yes? And there ain't no shit in my house, yeah? So apparently this moron tells me that this camera, yeah, this camera has been hacked, and this mic has been hacked. Good. I'm really glad it has been. Do you know why? Because I would never say anything down here on this microphone, right, that I didn't want the security services, the government, or anyone in fucking any position of power to be able to fucking listen to and act against me on, yeah? So if I'm worried about them, I'm not going to be worried about a little pissant like this, am I? So anyway, so apparently he's watching me through my screen cam and he's taking photos of my screens, right? Okay, listen to this then. He says, I think you don't want all your contacts to get these files, do you? Right. Yeah. So he's going to send copies of all my dirty, nasty stuff that I do to all my contacts, right? And he says, if I send the amount, dog's going nuts, by the way. Stop eating your legs. Stop eating your legs. Stop eating your legs. Oi, going out. Going out. Go on, you're going too mad now. Go out. Go and lie down out there. Go and lie down out there. Go and lie down out there. Go on, lie down. Go and lie down. Whoosh. Go and lie down. Calm it down. Calm it down. Right, go and lie down. Go and lie down. She'll calm down in a bit. I might give her a bit of melatonin in a minute, because melatonin is like Valium for dogs, and it actually, you know, in humans it puts you to sleep, and in animals like dogs, melatonin will actually act like a Valium, so she'll chill the fuck out. So hang on a second. Sorry, I got a bit of a cough. But a bit of that snuff, I think, going down the wrong way. It's alright, it's not beer, it's ginger beer. Ginger beer. Ginger beer from Lidl's. Great. So, where are we at? He wants me to send him the sum of $887. He says that's a fair price to destroy the dirt I created. He's given me his Bitcoin wallet. He's given me the Bitcoin wallet number, so I can send him the money. And he says, otherwise, these files and visiting of history sites will get to all the contacts from your device. Also, I'll send everyone on your contact access and emails and logs. I've carefully saved it. Since reading this letter, you have 48 hours. After reading this message, I'll receive an automatic notification that you read the letter. I hope this taught you a lesson. Do not be so nonchalant. Please visit only proven resources and do not enter your passwords anywhere. Good luck. Really? If you're watching this video, which you aren't because you're a moron, right? This email has been sent to about probably 20,000 people, yeah? Somebody out there in internet land, if you don't understand computers, I'll explain how this works, right? When you put your passwords into sites like Amazon or Google and various places, they're fairly well secured. But a lot of sites out there that you don't know, like little companies, little businesses and things like that have got their own servers and they don't know what they're doing, they will have possibly badly set up software and sites and they don't know how to manage them. Now, it's possible to download the password files from the SQL server and to decrypt them with MDH5, basic decryption. And you can decrypt the password so you can see what the passwords are in the password file. Okay? This is kiddie grade. This is kiddie grade stuff, right? I was programming age 8, yeah? My mates were selling games which were on the shop shelves at 10 years of age, yeah? In Barry Boys School, some of my mates were selling games which were on the shop shelves, and they self-taught themselves how to program these games, and they sold them, right? I went on to do ufology and other things. I didn't become a programmer. They became programmers and probably earning a lot of money writing software for businesses and accountancy firms and whatever, that's what programmers do. Or maybe even writing games still. I don't know. I never even checked up to see where they went. They probably became games writers for big games houses, yeah? I didn't. I just like to play around with stuff and mess about, I think programming is a little bit tedious, but I did know machine code, and I do know how to program, and I know a number of hacking skills, and I know how to track people down on the internet and fuck with them, and I can hack them to a degree, but I'm not a brilliant hacker. I'm not a hacker on the scale of the Coogis or DataStream Cowboys. Do you remember Coogi hacked into the nuclear launch codes of the nuclear missiles in the States? Yeah, that Coogi, who is was a friend. He was a friend for many years. He's had a bit of a strop on with me about something. But he lives about 5 miles in that direction. And then there's the DataStream Cowboy, who, well, I don't know him intimately well, but I actually did meet Gary McKinnon. And these are real hackers. Yeah, these are real hackers that know their shit. Okay, so when a little idiot peon comes along like this, right, and says, I hacked your machine, mate. I hacked your machine. I totally own you now. I own you. I fucking own you. And I'll fucking do you, right? Last time somebody did that to me, right? And actually I thought, do you know what? Oh, is this, I got something stuck to my nose. It's a bit of tissue paper, sorry. Tissue paper or something. Right, yeah, last time somebody did this to me and made a threat to me like this, saying, what was it they said? Something like, the security services are going to come and kill you, yeah? And we're not talking Peter Paget. This is way back, right? I probably haven't even told you this story, yeah? You've never heard this story. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know if I've told the story, but I'll tell it again now. This person tried to hack my machine, okay? Well, or not hack my machine, tell me that they were hacking my machine and tell me that they fucking owned me and that the security services were going to come and kill me. They were coming to kill me and I should watch out. Right? Now, I'm former Customs and Excise, right? Okay, I didn't work in investigation, but I've got a fucking good sniffy nose, yes? I got a good fucking sniffy nose, and I was a bit of a programmer as a child. So I understand how things work a little bit, and I can get to the bottom of problems, yes? So I thought, who would be trying to wind me up? It's usually somebody you know. Okay? And it's usually somebody who knows a little bit about you, but thinks they're trying to play like they know more about you than they actually know. Right, so this guy was kind of giving me all the, yeah, I own you. I'm fucking telling you, you're going to get done in. Ha, 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 ha. And I thought, right, it's probably somebody's idea of a joke, yeah? It's probably somebody's idea of a joke, and they're just trying to get a little rise out of me. So how about if I play the joke back on them, right? So guess what? I got on a keyboard, and I engaged Brain, engage warp factor 9.999 recurring, right? And I found out exactly where this person's geographic location was, right? Down to not only the building he was in, down to the seat he was sitting at, in front of the machine he was on. And I didn't just go that far. I made a phone call and I said, hey, you know people at blah, don't you? And they said, yes, we do. And I'm not going to name names because I don't want to get people in trouble, because this is an old historical story and I don't want to get people in trouble here, right? But we're talking about one of the most important places in the United Kingdom from a security standpoint, yeah? Security, computer security standpoint, one of the most important places in the United Kingdom, yeah, that controls and monitors the internet, yeah? And one of these little pricks who worked there thought he was going to have a little flick at me, right? And do you know what it was all about? It's because one of my ex-boyfriends, yeah? One of my ex-boyfriends had a little bit of a fucking yeah, and he wanted to fucking wind me up, yeah? So he put his mate who thought he was a fucking hacker onto me, right? And I gave him the fright of his life, because do you know what I did? I said, right, I'm going to set him up now. I'm going to set him up for a scare. I could get this guy sacked immediately. You're sacked, mate, yeah? I could have got him sacked in a fucking heartbeat, yeah? Right? Because I knew exactly who he was. I knew his name. I knew his size, where he lived. Fucking everything about this guy, I knew him, yeah? I knew everything about him, yeah? And he only knew a few things about me, right? I said, no. I'm not going to take this too far, right? All I'm going to do is I'm going to give him a scare to shut the fuck up, mate. You don't know who you're dealing with here, right? So what I did is I said, right, mate, okay? I don't want to fucking lose him his job, but I want to give him a scare. Do me a favour, right? Speak to your mate who works in that department. I want to know what's on his desk. I want to know his boss's name, right? And I want to know where he lives, right? Give me some of those information, those details, right? And I'm gonna get back. I'm gonna come into his machine, right? I'm gonna come into his machine and I'm gonna talk to him, and he's gonna go, "What's going on here?" Because he won't understand what the fuck's going on, right? He won't know what the fuck is going on here, yeah. And this was before the days of log me in and all this sort of shit, yeah, right? This is before the days. Who owned who, right? Okay, let's just. I'm hedging this because I don't want this to be just too discernible as to where this happened and when. Okay, so I'm hedging this a bit. Okay. So anyway, I got onto this person and I said, hello, nice to meet you. Yes, you've been having some fun, haven't you? Sending threatening messages out to people saying they're going to die. And I would like to let you know some things about what we know about you now, because we've done some investigations on you. So can I give you some information which might be pertaining to you, not to me, to you? Your name is, you live at, here's what's on your desk. This is your boss's name. You've got a very highly paid job and you're very lucky and privileged to be in one of the highest security vetted government jobs in the United Kingdom. And you are taking a major fucking risk with doing what you're doing, making threatening fucking things, and you're doing it in work's time. You're using a work's computer to fucking threaten people like me, right? Mr. fucking Ninja, yeah? And I'm telling you now, fuck off, right? And crawl back up your own fucking arsehole, right? And what are you going to do about it, yeah? What are you going to do about it? Because I haven't decided what I'm going to do with you yet. I want to hear what you've got to say on the matter, right? And he said, I'm really sorry, he said. I'm really sorry. I'm very, very sorry. I shouldn't have done it. I said, oh, yeah. What, now you know? Now you realise you shouldn't have done it? Because you didn't know who you were dealing with, did you? You thought that you were the fucking kiddie. You thought you were the fucking daddy. And I've just owned you from the top down. And if I speak to your boss, I know somebody who's a good friend of your boss, yeah? And if I tell your boss what you've fucking done, right, and the fact that you've opened a back door into the office infrastructure to be able to do your little private fucking shit that you're doing, which includes threatening me, right? If they know that you've opened a back door into the fucking office system in one of the most secure fucking information systems in the United Kingdom, they'll not only sack you, you could be prosecuted. Yeah? Are you a fucking moron? Do you have a brain cell? have you actually lived a day in your fucking life? Yeah? What are you going to say to me now? Yeah? And he said, I'm really sorry. I will never do it again. I said, you bet your bottom fucking dollar you'll never do it again, because if I hear that you've ever done this to anyone else and threatened anyone else like this again, right, not only will you get fucking prosecuted, I'll be coming up there to have personal fucking words with you myself, right? And when you meet me, you will not like what you hear and what you experience, okay? I'm going to keep it as blunt as that. I don't like violence, and I'm not going to use violence on you. I'll do it the right way. But trust me, when you meet me, you're going to get fucking scared. Okay? So don't fucking do it again. You've got a very highly paid job. Go and do your job. Do your fucking job, son. Yeah? I will. This won't go back to my boss, will it? I told you already, right? I told you already, and I'll tell you again. Yeah? Don't do it again. None of this is going back to your boss. Now fuck off and do your job, right? So, there we are. That's what you get when you fuck with Mr. W. Yes, Mr. W. Mr. WW. Yes. Mr. Wibbly Wobbly Williams. Yes. Mr. WW. Yes. So, I'm not going to tell you my hacker name. I'm not going to tell you my old school name, yeah? But some of you may know me, and if you know me, good. If you don't know me, good. But I don't fucking take L's. I don't fucking take L's, like Mr. Ali Law says. I don't fucking take L's, yeah? And trust me, yeah? You start threatening me, and I hope you're watching this, but he won't be because he's a fucking idiot, yeah? Yeah? Yeah, you got my password off an SQL server, yeah, that you hacked. Good luck to you, yeah? But pretty soon, if you're watching this video, by the time I've worked out who you are and where you are, you'll be having a knock on your fucking door in a couple of days by some people called the police, right? Because once we track you down, motherfucker, you give me your Bitcoin, you penis, yeah? I can track you through your Bitcoin, yeah? You don't think that's possible because Bitcoin is not like that. No, Bitcoin is like that, mate. I could track you through your fucking Bitcoin. Fuck you. Good night.